Peace. This is going to be an energy update for Gemini, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and Cancer. This message will be ruled by the energy of Scorpio, Mars, Pluto energy. All right, collectively, we are in the red. That is being personified on the main stage. So collectively, we are channeling the energy of our roots. Okay, the root chakra is very significant here. A lot of anger is being channeled through the collective energetic body. Lust, okay, as well. We also have energy, the energy of people fighting for something as well, having the drive and the motivation. Competition and comparison has been heavy in the collective as well. People comparing themselves to others, people competing with others. And it has cast this illusion upon everyone. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people here. We are also seeing how competition and comparison has been detrimental to our root, the root chakra, the roots of the earth, the roots of our lineages, the root of our relationship or relational issues and problems as well. Sexual energy is being channeled as well. I have seen a lot of readers speaking on how they have been channeling a lot of sexual energy or just feeling a lot of heavy sexual energy. And I myself has picked up on that and have had a few experiences that have led me to believe that there's a lot of people who are trying to extract energy from the sacral that is connected to the root in order to manifest instability, chaos, wars, anger, resentment, lust as well. Or just people are in a very lusty energy. Okay, so be mindful. Be very mindful and be strategic as well. And strategic as in be mindful of who you are exchanging your sexual energy with. Be mindful of your dreams and people coming through your dreams, people astral projecting to you in order to fulfill some sort of lustful desire or just to extract your sexual energy in hopes that it will disconnect you from your roots, disconnect you from your path, posing as a distraction. All right. And then we have your hidden powers. All right. So a lot of people have gone through a collective ascension, upgrade, or activation. All right. There has been a group of individuals who have been selected for this initiation. And something within is going to be activated and it's going to come from the root chakra, okay, which is why there has been like attacks on your sacral in order to extract that creative sexual sacred energy to prevent you from receiving this root chakra activation. So again, be mindful of who you are interacting with, who you are engaging with, what kind of agreements you are investing into as well. Because collectively, okay, a lot of people are experiencing power struggles. Okay, the powers at be are definitely in a space or place where they're needing they're needing a certain, I don't want to say energy because that's not really what it is, but they're needing to obtain a certain level of I'll just use energy just to put it out there, or to simplify it, but it's not so simple, but I don't feel like going into it. But a certain level of energy in order to combat this struggle in power. Okay. Pluto symbolizes secrets. So, and then we have Scorpio energy, 8th house, right? We have 8th house in Scorpio. So there's a lot of secrets that are about to be exposed, okay? If they haven't already, they will be soon. like as we speak soon. All right. Um, treasures. Pluto is about finding treasures from under the ground. Finding treasures from under the ground. Okay, where are roots found? Under the ground, right? So with these two cards, so we have 11 and 22. These are both master numbers. Mastery. I said before that collectively a group of individuals will be ascending, upgrading, and activating. All right, turning your doubts into acceptance, right? So with this 11 card here, we have something regarding the engineer. That's Aries in energy. Aries can be personified as the engineer, okay? Building things, okay? So intuition is led by the energy of 11, okay? That's master intuition, mastering your intuition, right? So we have the individual, two individuals, or the individual, okay, who has mastered their intuition and is accruing the power to be able to build based upon that, okay? So with the energy of 11, or with this specific card, we have Aries, the first house, engineer, okay? Your personality, your individuality. Also, Aries is ruled by Mars as well. Mars is about taking action, initiating progress, or initiating some sort of structure, like initiating the building of a structure. Okay, so we have Capricorn energy, then we have Capricorn up here with the energy Capricorn 22. All right, so with Aries energy, that is about being bold, being brave, okay? The pioneer, the engineer, okay? Heavy masculine energy. So a masculine Aries may be significant here. All right, so we also have so with this card basically symbolizes what is happening, or what all like building things underground, engineering, okay? So the pipes, okay, the pipes are basically like a conduit of the root of earth, or the root of this specific level or dimension, right? So it's the same thing with you. What flows through your pipes, right? Take that however it resonates. Then we have shells, ocean. So there has been a lot of talk about the oceans, what's hidden in the oceans, what's coming out of the oceans. That is also significant as well. So at this point in time, if this message resonates with you, it's time to make some sort of adjustment, or you are readjusting to a particular lifestyle, you are readjusting to a particular frequency, or a particular energetic body that resonates with you becoming an engineer, you building or structuring the pipes within your life. Now, again, take that however it resonates, okay? And then we have the this 22 card here, okay? Taking flight, all right? Sagittarius energy is significant. And look at Sagittarius. We have 33, another master energy, okay? That's the master teacher, all right? So we also have that someone will be teaching someone a very, very important lesson here. All right, so it's giving treaties will be signed, okay? So contracts will be initiated. That's Libra energy, Libra, seventh house. Contracts will be initiated. Someone will be offering a treaty. Okay, we have something regarding so when I look at this, right, I see a bird that is about to take flight. Okay, but again, a lot of red energy, fiery energy, Phoenix, Scorpio energy, right? It's all connected. So we have a treaty being offered, okay? If you are an empress, this may be you. I said that there would be a divine feminine energies will be receiving some sort of justice collectively, right? And this doesn't just pertain to this life, this present life, this now experience. This is justice for a lot of divine feminines who have been a victim of what all has manifested on this earth and during this experience, right? And then we have someone's mistress here as well. So a mistress. Um, so with mistress, okay. Now, the mistress, we're speaking in energetic terms, not earthly titles, roles. Okay, this is a spiritual thing. So with the Empress energy, that's just a divine feminine energy. Okay, and then we have the mistress. Okay, the mistress is the more dark feminine aspect, or a very powerful feminine force who is very, very dangerous. Okay. So, like I said, I'm not speaking on earthly terms. I'm speaking in energetic terms. Okay. Energetic terminology. Empress, the divine feminine. Mistress, the dark feminine. Okay. So there is going to be a peace, some sort of peace treaty between the dark feminine and the divine feminine. Okay, the divine feminine is an all powerful energy. She is the powerhouse. She is the triple goddess. The dark feminine is just as powerful, but you have to understand on the light spectrum when it comes to energy that our lower self sits below our higher self, our divine self. Okay, it sits above our dark self, our shadow aspects, which is why we are called to do the shadow work, right? So please understand that divinity and the divine will always sit above the darker aspects or the more demonic aspects. Okay, now when I speak on divine and demonic, I am not talking about entities, I'm talking about energy. It can be entities, and I will specify, but for the most part, again, I'm speaking in energetic terms, okay? And what does the mistress often symbolize? Okay, temptations, being very tempting, being very alluring and magnetic, okay? Very passionate energy, okay? The darker aspects of the female psyche. So that's all that the mistress embodies, is the darker aspects of the female psyche. Okay, the divine feminine is often associated with the lighter aspects of the feminine psyche. So you are a mistress, you are an empress. It just depends on what type of energy you embody and what energy you transmute. So even if you are in a relationship or a marriage, okay, and you are committed fully to whatever that is, please understand that that does not make you an empress. Please understand that that does not make you an empress, especially if you entered into that relationship dynamic utilizing your darker feminine aspects or the darker side of your female psyche. Okay, manipulation, okay, being alluring, being magnetizing, all right, calling in the divine masculine, okay, because that is a demonic characteristic. Demons attract, demons are magnetic, okay? Demons transmute energy. Okay, they know how to transform and shape shift. Okay, that is just the personification of that specific energy. Okay, when it comes down to spirituality, people often try to connect earthly matters, earthly laws, earthly terminologies with the spiritual concepts and context of energy. It's all energy personified, okay? Everything is energy personified. Even if you take, like, let's say that someone has a demonic attachment or a demonic entity attached to them, okay? That is because at some time in this person's experience, they did not transmute the energy correctly. They instead embodied that energy, and that energy, as it was embodied, it then reflected what all was happening or occurring within, okay? And that energy became a personality. All right? Personality, Aries, passionate, temptation, dark aspects, alluring, magnetism, Scorpio energy. All right? A mistress is a woman who governs, okay? A woman who governs. The dark feminine is a woman who governs, okay? And that type of woman is often a servant, a slave, or a subject, or a tool. Okay, so that's why I said, if you are in some sort of relationship dynamic to where you are serving your man, okay, or the man has more financial power, okay, because we were definitely talking about power struggles. The man has more financial power, or you are used as a tool for this man to create a life with you, a subject for this man to create life with you. And when we speak on these spiritual terms, please understand that you have to have higher wisdom and knowledge to be able to understand this without feeling offended, without becoming defensive, without being angered, okay? Because again, this is energy personified. When we speak on the etymology of wife, is a servant. Okay, I spoke on this on my Twitter page. My Twitter page is Perfect7. I will definitely try to put that out there, okay? But I spoke about how the difference between a husband and a wife, okay? The etymology of wife is a servant, someone who serves, okay? I'm gonna try to find the tweet so that we can better delve into what all I'm saying here with a little bit more direction. I had also said something. I had also made a tweet, right? That I was speaking on insecurities, women insecurities, okay? Because cheating is not a real concept. That is a false concept, okay? And some of you, okay, you're not gonna understand this. This is going to offend you, and that's fine, because it's gonna trigger you to sit with this idea, okay? Sitting with the idea. So I was saying, like, due to like the media and also external influences, like, family, friends, things like that, okay, they have made women so insecure that we have come up with these earthly terminologies, right? Wife, home wrecker, pick me, side bitch, okay, which are all illusions of choice, like everything else. All right. You have an illusion of choice. You are given an illusion of choice to be a wife or to be a side chick. Okay. The empress or the mistress. It is an illusion of choice. Okay. The man rules the earth, okay? The masculine energy, the patriarch rules the earth, right? However, if the woman embodies her natural feminine qualities, which integrates both her light and her shadow aspects, she is able to rule the universe. Meaning, although the man leads the home, the woman internally, okay, is ruling the home. All right, I spoke on that as well. I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find the tweet. I thought I had okay, here we go. So child, let me find out that Twitter deleted my damn post. Okay. Let me find out. That is interesting. Yeah. The post was deleted, y'all. Okay, because, baby, I was definitely going in on that post. But basically, like I was saying, wife, okay, that is a woman who serves her husband steward, okay, the head of the household, right? But I was also saying that although the man leads the household, or is basically like he's a representation of the household, okay? That's why people say happy wife, happy life, because when it comes to the home space, the natural feminine aspects is the one who nurtures the space. She creates the energy of the home, okay? With a man, men can often hide their feelings, okay, and their energy often won't rule the house. The woman's energy will. So if the woman has an attitude, the entire energy of the home changes. If the wife is happy, the entire energy of the home changes. Okay? However, when I say that the man is a representation, however he is at home, the man that he actually is, the man that he embodies, the roles that he assumes as a man, okay, in the world, how he presents himself to the world is a mirror or a projection of the man he is at home. Okay, and it will often show in the relationship dynamic whether it's being hidden or it isn't. You can energize if you are tapped in your intuition, or you are tapped into being able to read energy. You can tell when someone has a happy home and when they are pretending to have a happy home. All right. Why do you think that a lot of times people say that, men are the most happy, okay, quotes, men are the most happy when he has a wife and when he has a side chick, okay? Because oftentimes, okay, men are routine characters, okay? However, when a man goes through certain cycles, that routine is broken and he will stray. All right. Now, that stray doesn't have to, there's also when it comes to the light spectrum, if your man is on the higher spectrum, if he strays, the most that he may do is like, let's say he meet up with a friend for lunch or something like that, and he gets his fix that way, or he may DM somebody right quick and flirt, but it won't go past the DM, like little shit like that, because like I said, men are routine characters. Okay, so when a man has a cycle just as well as a woman has a cycle. So with the man, when during a certain period of his cycle, he is going to stray in some way, shape, or form. And until you as a woman do your shadow work, and you actually take out the time to understand and overstand the energetic dynamics between the male and the female psyche, then this isn't something that you will be able to accept, because this card is about doubt and this part is about acceptance. Okay, so we have going from being a doubtful person to a more accepting person who understands what all is happening, right? So if your partner or your person is on the more lower animalistic side of the light spectrum, okay, in the lower self, the reds, the oranges, the yellows, okay, he's gonna be more promiscuous, more prone to actually go out and have sexual relations with someone else, more prone to have a side chick or something of that nature, okay? But if we really sit back and think and consider it, okay, a man who is in his more higher self, okay, he's done more shadow work. He knows how to transmute that energy, and he knows how to go out and maybe stray, quote, okay, stray, and be able to have a conversation or get his fix without actually physically going out to get that fixed. Like, it may be an energetic spiritual thing, and it's not, and people are gonna, oh well, he just needs his ego boosted. No, he goes through a cycle, just like you as a woman, you go through your cycles where you love the attention that you get from your man. However, it's something about knowing that you still got it, that you can still get attention from another man, okay, that you can still have a conversation, hold a conversation with a man, just having something new. So when people, both women and men, when they sit down there, oh no, I don't need that, or I don't need it. Yes, you do. Okay? Yes, you do. You're human. We thrive off of connections. We thrive off of interacting. Okay? We thrive in communities. Okay? That's why a lot of people are going more so towards polygamous relationships, because with a man going through his cycles, instead of building kingdoms outside of his empire, okay, as an emperor, instead of falling into the king's disease mentality, okay, starting kingdoms outside of his empire, he would rather bring multiple feminine energies within his empire and build off of that, instead of straying, or what's the word, that concubine energy. And I spoke on this years ago, and people, somebody, there was a few people that were like, well, no, because back in the day, kings had concubines. Okay, but who taught you how to be a king? Because for our people, we were empresses and emperors, gods and goddesses, okay? We were taught how to be kings and queens. That wasn't our original authority, our original role. That was taught to us. Okay? So when our people started to become kings, it's because they fell from their higher self. They fell from their empire and started to build kingdoms, right? That's when we learned that's when the matriarch fell and became a patriarchal society. Okay? Because everyone knows who really rules this shit, who really runs this shit. Okay? However, we have to have an external party who assumes the responsibility of that power, which creates power struggles, especially if you have not done the shadow work, if you have not worked on your ego. Right? So back to the polygamous, monogamous thing. Okay? So again, kings create concubines, or they interact with concubines. So basically, our people learned how to create family structures and dynamics in other regions, in other areas, right? However, with kings, okay, when you are a king, you are able to provide and sustain that level of an investment, because it's really an investment, because you're putting your life force into another home, okay? You're planting seeds within another home. So if you are the type of person who is, or the type of man who has created multiple homes, but you ain't got no money, okay, you are not a king. You're more so a knight. Okay, a knight, that in the tarot, that is the player energy. Okay, the player energy, the bachelor, the bachelorette energy. Okay, so you're creating these homes and not being able to financially withstand or have the capacity for that. Okay, if you are a king, you're most likely the type to build two homes, two separate homes, or a third home, whomever you are. But when you are in the energy of the king, you are able to financially manage and sustain that investment. If you are a knight, you do not have the financial standing to be able to invest into multiple homes. So you have to do the shadow work. We have to collectively do the shadow work, okay, in order to survive. That's the root chakra, okay? So if you have an imbalance within your root, or you have a blocked root, you are more inclined to create homes that you cannot manage, right? But as far as an emperor, okay, if that emperor decides to plant seeds or utilize his life force to be able to pour into multiple feminine energies and still create a stable home, a home with order, because the emperor is in higher authority. Okay, is in higher authority. So he is able to manage his investments within one home, because why? He's on a higher spectrum of light. He has done his shadow work. He has checked his ego, and he is able to bring order to the chaotic feminine psyche, the chaotic feminine energy, the chaotic feminine origin. That's why every man cannot be a king, every man cannot be an emperor, and every man cannot be a hierophant, okay? Oftentimes, due to imbalances in the root, a lot of men, especially our men, get trapped in the page or the knight energy and never ascend to becoming a king, emperor, hierophant. Okay, so if you are an emperor, you are on a higher level, okay, and you are able to, you can bring multiple feminine energies into your household. However, it's gonna be chaos, because you have feminine energy is chaotic, it's demonic, it's low vibrational, okay, unless the feminine body has done the proper work. Okay, you cannot bring two low vibrational feminine energies in your home and think you're going to have a progressional polygamous relationship or a peaceful polygamous relationship, because it's going to keep clashing. You cannot bring a high vibrational feminine in with a low vibrational feminine energy and expect there to be peace, because why? That chaotic low vibrational feminine will often compete with the high vibrational divine feminine. It's going to always be a competition, okay? Aries energy, Mars energy, all right? Conflicts of personalities. But if you bring in a high vibrational woman and another high vibrational woman, two divine feminine energies who have done the shadow work, who understands energy, who understands the concepts of this earthly realm, okay? You have a winner. You have an actual empire. You can actually build on something. But if you 33 on the timer, if you as a man or the woman you choose have insecurities in some way, shape, or form, or if they have some shadow work to do that they aren't willing to work on or take responsibility for, take accountability for, or accept, and they're always in a space of doubt, or they just succumb to these earthly titles and roles, you are going to have fights and wars within your home, okay? That's the same thing when it comes to mistress and empresses, like in relationship dynamics. If you are building a kingdom and you have created a family outside of your kingdom, okay, and you have a concubine somewhere or a few of them, who knows, okay, you have to use your discernment and be mindful who you are sharing your sexual energy with. Because if your perceived wife, okay, is a low vibrational woman who is insecure and hasn't done her shadow work, and you go out and create another family and she doesn't have that understanding and she wants to possess you as a man, which another thing about that is men are not supposed to be suppressed, okay? Men are not supposed to be possessed. Men are not supposed to be secluded to one woman. I don't care what y'all think. We are speaking in a spiritual term. So that's how I know when a lot of these people say that they are high priestesses, empresses, goddesses, spiritualists, and practitioners and things, and they have an understanding of the spiritual world, but they believe in the earthly titles and roles. I already know that they're false, or they're just in a very early stage of their spirituality, and they are cosplaying as these other titles and roles: empress, goddess, high priestess, and things like that. But they still have a worldly mindset. It doesn't make sense. Okay? That's how I can tell who's real and who's fake. All right? Therefore, okay, when it comes to like I said, if you have a wife who does not overstand, if you are, okay, so there's a difference. Okay, karmic masculines, they do not have the power or authority to even try or attempt a polygamous relationship. Why? Because they're karmic. Okay, they're low vibrational. They still have a lot of work to do. But as a divine masculine, if he as a divine masculine or a god, a hierophant, as someone who embodies that energy and has a balance between his feminine aspects, his masculine aspects, he has a balance between his lighter aspects, his shadow aspects, and he integrates all that he is to bring order into his life, bring order into his feminine counterpart's life, bring order in his household, lead and represent that household well. He is capable and more than able to have like these polygamous relationships or build empires and things like that. Why? Because a hierophant at its highest capacity, he's already mastered a certain level of spiritual wisdom, which naturally he can pick out and pinpoint who is a karmic feminine and who is a divine feminine. And he's not going to just engage with any old bird. All right? Any old bird. He's not going to do that. All right? So with karmic masculine men, they are more prone, because they are in their lower animalistic self. They're more so egotistical, arrogant, okay? And that lustful, low vibrational energy, they are more prone to sleep with any type of bird, any type of feminine energy, whether in the lighter aspects or the darker aspects. All right? With a divine masculine energy, he's going to be very, very particular with who he invests into, who he gives his life force energy to. Yeah. So it is literally levels to this shit, and on an energetic level, on an energetic standpoint. A lot of y'all are kings, okay? Some of y'all are kings. You have not become the emperor yet. Why? Because we can tell by who you pick and choose. We can tell by the birds you invest into. We can tell how you operate in your life, whether you are a king or an emperor. All right? The emperors who cosplay as the hierophants or pretend to be the gods, we know who you are based on how you move, what you engage in, what you agree to. And it goes beyond the earthly matters. but how you represent yourself and what you say no and yes to. Because karmic masculines say yes to anything. They do not stand on business. They are a yes man. They often play the middleman. All right. So that's the karmic masculine energies. All right. But the divine masculine actually stands on business, stands on things. They have morals, they have standards. They are not going to go for any and everything. They're going to speak their mind. They're not going to engage with certain things in this earthly dimension. Why? Because they are on they're vibrating too high to engage with the more dense lower realm. And we are in the lower realm, the more dense realm, the physical realm. All right, let's pull some cards, okay? So, I hope that me breaking that down gives you some sort of clarity, understanding, truth, and love. All right. If not, then that's just you. But I was listening to, I think her name Ajna, where she was saying that because I'm not sure what all she calls herself. I've never heard her give herself a title or a role. But I remember when she was saying that, when a God enters her life and he brings in another feminine energy, not only will she honor the God within that man, she's going to honor the feminine aspects or the goddess in the other woman. And not only will she serve and gift love to the man, but she's also going to serve the woman and gift love to the woman. All right. So that is an example of that. So where, if you are now, there's also a difference, okay, between the major difference between emperors and hierophants, okay? Emperors, men, okay, the group of men who embody the emperor energy, they are more prone to have polygamous relationships that they can manage, and they will invest into that